So Candace Owens decides to do some video. She no longer wants to actually give you any facts. She just wants to throw a bunch of crap out there and say, I think they're lying to you. And these guys are watching it. I have already done a video on this that I didn't publish. It's 50 minutes long. I'm like, that's too long. So let's cut it back, okay? And I'm gonna debunk everything she tells you. So let's go. She refers to this TMZ video, okay? And I'll tell you what the significance of this is in a little while. But let's go find out, where is this? Okay, I identified it. Here it is. Let's see if I'm right, okay? Can I zoom in more? Yes, I can. We got a basketball hoop, okay? We got squares of concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one appears to curve inward here. This one comes up and curves inward here, okay? So we got concrete blocks. Comes up into the middle of the second block, curves in. The first block seems to curve immediately. Okay, can we match that up? Sure, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comes up past the second block, curves in. Immediately curves up past the first block, curves in. Got a tree over there, mailbox and other stuff. We don't know when this video is. Oh, look, there's the flower thing. Let's go back and look. There's the flower thing. Pretty satisfied that this is 878, 800 West something or another, blah, blah, blah. Okay, where is this in relation to the shooting? Where am I at? Hold on, I don't want to move my screen, so let me zoom out some more. Is this the shooting here? I'm lost. I think this is it. No, it's down here because here's the Wendy's. I don't want to move my screen, but I guess I'm going to have to. So, let me get down here. I got to get oriented about what's where. Where's the Losi building? Where's the damn kill zone? Oh, here we go. Okay, here's the kill zone here. And, okay, so here's our shooter's rooftop right here. Okay? Now, let's go zoom back out here. Let me go find my building I've lost. So, here we go. And it was West 800. Forget this little thing here. That's going to come up again in a minute. Okay? I got to zoom back in and find my building now. You can see I'm doing this on the fly. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Is this my building here? 874. Okay, here's 874. Zoom out. Here's 874. I'll put it up towards the top there. Zoom out a little bit more. Here's 874. Where's our shooter's building at? Zoom out just a little bit more. I think 874 is right here where my crosshairs are. And once again, I've lost where I wanted to be down here because it's so tiny once I zoom way out. Where's my damn building at? I can't make any marks on this stupid map. Here's the Wendy's. Is this my shooter building here? I think it is. Yeah. I believe so. Alright, well, let's zoom in one more time and look at this to make sure I'm right. The I think it was the Veteran Success Center, right? This area is so tiny, it's hard to see. Yeah, okay, see, it's this thing here. This is the kill zone. I keep losing it because it's so small when you zoom out. Okay, this is the kill zone. Down here. Where it says Environmental Technology Building, this is the kill zone. This is the shooter's rooftop right here. This is the parking lot for that building, okay? And you see my little circle here? That's something else. I'll go ahead and tell you. That's where they found the gun. Right here, these woods, okay? So let me zoom out. See, we start losing stuff here. Okay, here's the shooter's rooftop right here. Okay, here's the shooter's rooftop, okay? 800, whatever we saw, was right up here. The scale on this map is 500 feet. Let's see if we can measure something. Let me get 500 feet on. Actually, I can do it this way. Hold on. Measure distance. Where's my thing at? Okay, now, this is about where 800, whatever it is. And here is the shooter's perch. 1,000 feet. 1,000, all right, it's 1,500 feet. And so that's way less than a mile. So it's 1,500 feet from here to here. Now let's go back to TMZ, okay? And I'll start bringing all this together for you. In this video here, TMZ shows this guy walking past 78, 800 West, whatever. This is our shooter. This is 8:02 a.m., the morning of the shooting. Now, Candace presents this to you as this. The governor is going to say that he showed up on campus in his car at 8:38, whatever it is, okay? 25 minutes after this video. What's going on? Okay, well, let's see. How about I tell you this? Let's go back to the map. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to lose all my stuff again because this thing's so hard to see. Get up to our house. It's over here on... Okay, here it is. And see, it's actually less than that because I've got the wrong house. It's this one. So it's 1,321 feet. He is walking past this house at 8:00 whatever it is a.m. Okay? So her question is, they say at 8:30 or whatever a.m., they see him park his car over at the campus. Well, we see him walking past his house. He can't possibly have parked his car, so they're lying to us. Okay, well, how about this? Before the guy drives to the campus with his car that people are going to see, maybe he wants to find out, hey, is the CIA, Secret Service, FBI, military there checking IDs and writing down license plates? Maybe I should walk in first and reconnoiter this area, okay? So he parks somewhere else, I don't know where, but we see him walking past this house, down this road, no limp, just cruising down. And he probably just followed the road, and look, it comes out here. Where's our shooter's perch? He comes on down here, down South Plant Street, and starts just walking around the area. Here's his shooter's position, isn't it? No, it's down here. There's so much crap here, it's hard to see. Yeah, so it's up in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, all right. Here we go. Over here, where I got my little arrow. So he walks down South Plant Street, checks the area out. What's security like? Wow, there's hardly any security here at all. So I feel pretty good now, because you know what he probably did is he walked down College Drive, or Campus Drive, and saw this parking area, okay, between the shooter's building and here, and he didn't want to pull his car in there, okay? He went and checked the area out first. Why is he pulling his car in here? Why can't he just walk around and check the place out? He's got to get his gun down here. Maybe he's going to hide it under a trash can. Maybe he's going to walk in the building with the gun and hide it in a bathroom. We don't know. I'll bet they have video of it they haven't told us about, because they don't need to tell us everything. They don't need to pollute the jury pool right now with all their evidence, okay? They may see him pull in here. We already know they say they saw him pull in at 8:30 a.m., something like that, with his car and arrive on campus. That's when he arrived, okay? Dressed the same way he's dressed in the TMZ video. So, you know, she's made it a big mystery. They're lying to us. No, he came down here at 8:02 a.m., walked down the road, checked out the parking lot. Oh, there's no security. They're not writing down license plates. They're not looking for tickets for the event. I think I can get my gun in here. He walks back to his car, maybe a different way, and gets in his car and drives down this road, comes in here, and does whatever he does. And I say he hid the gun in here and then left. Okay? So that's the first debunking of Candace Owens' big mystery. And I would point out that the governor, when he says we have him on video on whatever it is, UVU, I don't know what the hell it is, we have him on campus video, which obviously would be from the campus. He doesn't mention this other video, and TMZ themselves admit this is all new video nobody's seen because it's from some guy's house. Okay? So the governor's never referenced this video, didn't know about it, and it's 30 minutes before. And so what would be the explanation for it? Like I said, he's reconnoitering the area. Can I get my car in here without somebody recording my license plate and all this kind of stuff? Is there security in this building? Let me park here, walk in, check the building out. Maybe go to my car, get my stuff, bring it in here, hide the gun, whatever. Okay? It just pisses me off that you have somebody with her reputation doing sloppy crap and you don't know why, other than for clickbait. Because she can put out there, there's so many questions, I'm so confused. I think they're lying to us because that's what people want to see, and she's trying to make money. I'm not monetized, so I don't care. So the next thing she brings up is George Zinn, the guy who said, he shot him, and her suspicions that it's a vast, big conspiracy here. He was there to provide cover, blah, blah. Maybe he was. However, had she bothered to actually do any investigative journalism, she'd know that George Zinn has been known to the local cops there since the 1980s. He's the biggest troll in the world. He would like to out-troll Donald Trump. He's pretty intelligent and can pivot on a second and change his entire narrative to fit whatever it is that gets him the most stuff. So what happened here? Let me give you the history of this guy first of all. He's been in trouble since the 1980s for trolling campaign events, public meetings, zoning meetings, schooling board meetings. He stood in traffic, and the cops told him to get out of traffic, and he'll go, no, they can go around me or stop, whatever, and they threaten to arrest him, and then they arrest him. They've tried to institutionalize him mentally and failed. And he went to a Republican National Convention, snuck in, and a guy in charge of the Department of Education liked him so much he got him a cot in his hotel room. He then tried to do it at another RNC convention, and security was on alert for him and threw him out to the protests of some of the Republicans there because they really like George. He's a crazy old coot. He has pictures with a governor, a mayor, whatever. They make statements like, I knew I was in trouble when George showed up. Okay, that's who this guy is. He's out looking for fame, looking to troll, looking to get on media. That's who this guy is, okay? What got him arrested that day? Did he jump up and go, I shot him? No. He jumped up right after the shooting while people were cowering and said, I'd do it again. That's what he said. I'd do it again. That led people around to go, I think that's the shooter, and for the cops to grab him. He then told the cops he did shoot him, okay? And he told the cops, shoot me, shoot me. As the police drug him away and people were trying to get at him, somebody said, is he the shooter? And the cop said, I don't know. He said he shot him. Okay, that's where we are with this guy. He's a nutbag. He was in line to talk to Kirk. He wanted to get his 10 seconds of fame. And when Kirk got shot, he pivoted because he's smart, he's intelligent, he's a troll, and he decided to go the way he went. Okay, so that's a big nothing burger there. The biggest thing is that Kash Patel jumped right on the local police saying they had a shooter to say the shooter was in custody when they should have just waited because, anyhow, that's all BS. Who cares about this old fart? Okay, so the next thing Candace does is talk about this narrative that the shooter broke the gun down on the roof and took it apart and then ran away with the gun broken down in a smaller section. But then they find the gun and it's fully assembled, and then they guess that maybe they put it together for the picture, which would be ridiculous because they're not going to put a gun that's found in the woods together to take a picture of the gun to show you what it looks like. That's not what happens, okay? So I'm going to explain to you what really happened here, okay? The shooter reconnoiters the area in that morning. There's no security there. He's not worried about bringing his car on the property. Nobody's checking shit. He goes back, gets his car, shows up on the second video at 8:30 or whatever in the morning and parks in the parking lot. He takes the gun, which is broken down into two pieces, and takes it up into the building, wherever, hides it, leaves, goes away, parks his car where he's going to leave it until he returns after the shooting, changes clothes into his dark stuff, and then walks back through that same neighborhood with this limp where people think he's got the gun shoved down his pants. No, the limp is because he thinks there's probably Ring cameras or other cameras that are going to see him. So let's let everybody think that we're looking for a shooter with a limpy right leg. That's what he's doing, okay? So he goes there, he gets in the stairwell, he grabs the stuff, he goes up on the roof, he's got the gun broken down in two pieces inside a dark towel. He lays the towel down, puts the gun on top of it with his screwdriver, and assembles the weapon pretty quickly, okay? And now he's ready to shoot. So he's got the screwdriver laying on the towel, he's got the gun laying on the towel, he's laying on the towel, he fires the weapon, and lo and behold, even though he's got four more rounds, he hit him. And now the adrenaline's kicking. He's trying to get out of there. He wraps the towel around the gun, picks it up, and starts running. The screwdriver falls out. He goes over, jumps off the roof. We can see him running with the gun on the roof. We can see him running with the gun coming down the side, and he runs off towards the woods. At a later date or time, not long after the shooting, the campus tells the police, we have video of the suspect climbing down the building, and we see him running across the road in this direction. They then go focus their search on the other side of the road in that wooded area. Now, let's get back to this narrative Candace is pushing that they've told us the gun was broken down on the roof and then he left. And he didn't have time to do that. I've talked to experts. Well, from the time of the shooting till a few hours ago, and it is now September 18th, I have never heard anybody say that the gun was broken down in two pieces and brought off the roof. Because if I had, the first thing I would have said was, then why was it together in the picture? Which is exactly what these guys say. Why was it together in the picture? The gun was never broken down after the shooting. The guy ran away with it. I have video of him carrying the assembled weapon, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. The question is, why was the gun found in the woods in the first place, if he was taking it from the scene? Well, by the subject's own admission in text messages, he put the gun under a bush because he couldn't take it with him. He changed his clothes next to that bush and then reappeared in the residential area and got in his vehicle. And he stayed in that area and kept checking the area out, trying to figure out if he could get in the woods and get his gun, but he couldn't. And it was the one thing screwing him up, because he knew the only thing that was going to nail him and tie him to this shooting was that gun. He never planned to leave that gun behind. Why did he leave the gun behind? Why didn't he just take the gun with him? You know why? Because he couldn't take it apart and get it out of the woods to his car without being seen. He couldn't secrete it like he had wanted to. You know why? Because his screwdriver fell out of the towel on the roof. That's where his plan came apart. But, you know, Cantdance is going to come up with all this hyperbole and showing you stuff out of order without providing you explanations of what happened here. Well, I'm going to show you the guy has the gun, and it's not disassembled, and it's on the roof. And we know the screwdriver was left on the roof, and we know he needed the screwdriver to disassemble it, and we know he left the gun in the woods and didn't want to, and we know from his own text messages, I'm still watching it, there's a police car there, I can't get back in the woods to get the gun. And he finally leaves the gun, and the gun ties him to the crime. His mother and father see the gun, his grandfather see the gun, and immediately know it's their gun. Okay? They know before anybody else does. That's our gun, and he's the shooter. All right, get ready to have your mind blown away, because I'm going to show you. I don't know why Cantdance Owens and the rest of them can't do their work properly, but here we go. Oh, look there. It's the shooter running with a gun sticking out the front and back of himself. Okay? There he is. Took a step. He's running away with the gun. There's the towel flapping in the wind as he runs with the gun. See it? The towel flapping around. He tilts the gun up to kind of hide it and keeps running. There's the gun being tilted. Now, more than likely, he's not staying in the front. He's running towards the rear so he can jump off this roof. So his silhouette has changed now, so the gun won't be as long. Before we saw him running with the roof, but now he's turning, so the gun won't look as long when we see it. You know, you have to use your head and have critical thinking. You can't just be some idiot with a reputation making videos and putting shit out here. Look, I still see the gun. Look, there it is, there it is, there it is. Alright, so let's start again. Here's our blurry object. Here's the gun sticking out the back. This is the guy running across the roof right after the shooting. There's the towel flapping in the breeze, probably when the screwdriver fell out. Because he didn't fold the ends of the towel in like a burrito, okay? And the screwdriver fell out on the roof. There's the gun. So, okay, Cantdance, you know, go back to school. I mean, you might have been something a couple of years ago, but you've just lost it.